Okay, guys, I'm back here in DWL again. River and a bunch of others have broken because of the wlroots update, but DWL they've been working on keeping DWL ready for when wlroots 0.17 would finally come out. And so the transition to getting it set up has been a little bit quicker. I've got most of my patches set up on it, but there are mostly the keys that I have to work with still. So if I can spell properly. So here's my config so far. It's got everything else in it. There are some things that did change over the last little bit. So yeah, the color hexes up here. You've got the border colors and all that, how you decide the color changed in there. And then, so of course I've got my other normal patches. So let me ls my patches. So there were a couple changes with DWL that actually made it a little bit more convenient for me to work with and need a couple less patches. There were some patches that wouldn't quite apply, like the deck layout wouldn't quite apply, but I've got the keychord layout or keychord patch, of course. Then I've got the vanity gaps, obviously, as you can see. I've got auto start, as you saw 2 seconds ago. IPC works, of course. Boom, 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 boom. And then we've got our per tag layout. I haven't quite tested it out yet. Pointer constraints, of course, which works really well. And bottom stack right here. So just for fun, we're going to go and we're going to do ourselves a show off of it actually working. Not that one. Maybe. Yeah. Where's the nearest landmass? But yeah, you can see that pointer constraints, I'm not even leaving the window, and it's working just fine. So that was kind of the big test one, was OpenMW. But so, and then there's the bottom stack, which lets me set up a bottom stack layout. So if I go back into my config.h, I've got everything laid out, the basic stuff laid out, so you can see the bottom stack there and the monitor rule. But you'll also notice, actually, that there are a couple, I explained the deck, but the desktop shortcut is missing as well. So if I ls DWL, they've actually implemented a DWL.desktop into it, into DWL proper, so you don't have to have that patch anymore. And it's a part of the makefile as well for the install, of course. So if we go down, we can check our install, and you can see that it does move everything over for the man pages, the way in sessions, and the desktop as needed. And then I think, yeah, that was the last thing. The only big difference is the fact that I did make one alteration to the dwl.desktop file, and that's the dbus run session so that dbus properly runs. Because if I pull up, say, PCManFM, then all my drives will show up. So if I plug in my big old 5 terabyte external drive, it'll automatically come up eventually. There were some changes to DWL to make it more compliant for various window calls and all that. Some things obviously still don't quite fit, and DWL follows whatever theme I picked in Cinnamon for some reason whenever I need to worry about that. But yeah, the drives automatically come up because dbus. Anyway, back to the config.h up here. Okay, so I've got most everything is default except for a couple things. If I go to the bottom here, so here's the keychords that work. I did change the menu command key to be super D, and then I've got super enter as my terminal spawn command because those are slightly different in the default DWL. And then I think there was one more. Yeah. So kill client I changed to super Q because that's how I've done it for years. And then super shift E is exiting DWL for now. I will have a script set up to give me the logout, shutdown, whatever stuff. And I may have to implement, hibernate as well proper into it, which I haven't done. I've got a power menu I built, and then my auto start, waybar, wpaper-d, and then the auto start. And I plan on adding sway idle to it too. But for the most part, we're here for the keys down here. So what's really cool is DWL defines tag keys as for defining keys. So you can define a key, like 4 different key combos with one command. So you've got view. So if I go mod key 1, it switches the view of the tag. And then if I go mod control key, it brings the other view into play. So I can toggle that. And then let's see. If I go mod shift, it moves it. Okay. And then let's see, mod control shift. I don't know. That one doesn't seem to be working. Whatever. Have fun. Anyway. Oh. Did they define that right? I think that's supposed to be a shift key. That should fix it. The toggle tag. But what I want to do is actually define my own custom ones so that it works in coordination with Keychords. So if you remember from a while back, I showed off a config previously, and I'm re-implementing that again because for some reason my config didn't save somewhere or back up. So what we've got to do is we've got to go define, and then we will go browser keys, and then we want to do key. I think, yeah, that should be it. So we just need to do tag key, and then we just add in the curly braces, and then we go, let's see, 2. We go mod key, and then it was xkb. Can I get the right key? Sheesh. Key B. So when we go mod key B, it's going to that's going to be our first part of the chain. And then we go, what? Mod key none, I believe it was. Yeah, see, mod key none. And then if, oh wait, yeah, key. And so that'll define what keys we need to press in order to do it. So this does a keychain in essence of mod key B. So I press mod key B and then I press the next key and it initializes or starts up the program that I want. So now I can go here, and next thing I need to do is spawn. And then, oh, I need to define a browser command, don't I? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So, and then, bro, what are you doing? Mod key browser. And then I can go in like this and be like, let's see. Yeah, it should be fine with me running it like that. I don't have to have any extra scripts and things like that. So I can go browser null. Then I believe that should be fine, if I remember correctly. I may have to go double check a couple things. Let me go double check real quick. Okay, I figured it out. So I do need to do some cheating real quick. Oh, basically all it requires is this one thing that I stole from Sev's repo. And that's a run helper command. So this should help the program run a bit better. Okay, so all we have to do then is let's see, and then that should clean it up decently nicely. And let me double check my source over on my other window. And I think it should be happy. Yeah, I think mostly, yeah, it looks like it should be. So now all we have to do, I think, no, maybe not. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now what we do is we figure out where we want to stack our browser commands in. I think we will do it right in here. Okay, so now all we have to do is, much like down here, we go browser keys, and we do what? XKB key. No, it doesn't need to be shifted. D run. I think we can do Fire Dragon Way, because that's my Fire Dragon script to run Wayland. And then I believe that should enclose everything that we need. And let me double check down here. Yeah, that's about all they do here. And so if we did it right, we can close out of that and go make all my patches. I've double checked everything. You're all fine. You're all fine. Okay. Something's off in the brackets. Did I not close a bracket properly? All those are closed up. Doggone it. Let me go check something. Okay. It compiles fine. My issue was I said mod key none instead of mod none. So if I go back into the config.h, I had to change mod key none to mod none, like up here. Even though I was looking straight at it, I still misdid it here. But now it compiled. I'm in DWL. I don't have a restart set up. But yeah, that's basically putting it all, like a lot of it together. Most of my stuff now is just finishing up all the keys to make it convenient for me to run my programs, and basically probably adding sway idle to DWL so that I actually get some proper idle going on, and then changing up the colors. So like, let's go. So currently it's a very, very blue. So if I did maybe, oh, what? Border color normally is a gray. Which order do the colors go in? I think it's RGBA. I hope. We're about to find out. Yeah, it should be RGBA. Because that would mean the urgent color's red. So that one, okay, that makes sense why it's all gray now. Okay, so if I shift and then make, do as make install, and then when I come back, should be different. Okay, so it did work out. I did go in again and change the pixel border. So it was 2 pixels, so it's a little bit thicker and easier to tell that it's a slightly different color. But yeah, that's DWL figuring it out. Obviously, doing the rest of the keys is going to be a bit of a task, but that's the basics of it. Just getting the, if I go back in, can I spell something? So all you have to do is like get a, no, come on. That's a different thing, okay? So like it would be get apply -3 gives you the conflicts and lets you manually resolve them in the source code, and then whatever the patch is. So it's a pretty simple process. It's really cool when it all comes together and works really well, and it's yours. There are like a couple things that I miss from like River and Awesome that I have to figure out, but other than that, it works perfectly. Perfectly fine. Everything's pretty much normal. There are a couple things that are a little bit off, but I've got Waybar, I've got DWL, and it works out really nicely. If you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, boost the video up, share this video with your friends. If you found it informative or you just want to chat, I've got plenty of places in the description. Discord, Guilded, and what have you. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next one.